me de papa me dwane ko parliament and na me wo party office ha and na omuka say parliament pass affirmative action bill into a law into me dwane ko parliament and na me ko ye almost ye no kre since 1986 and na ye ko sidao a ye ko make some promises yentime am fulfill and every sidao di ba Beijing ohonso ye make promises yentime am fulfill and ye wo millennium development goals sisi na bill no ma pass inti me pese me nda parliament asi although first chia me di ma international bodies because omune pushy parliament to the extent say they were threatening sanctions against them. Say omoba Geneva, they won't give them any vote. They will no longer vote unless they pass the affirmative action bill. And EU susu and omo kan ho human rights advocates and women NGOs omo ye this omo di pressure di to omo so and sisi an omo be pass affirmative action bill no enti de mi be kan say ye parliament asi bill now sign a pass we. Now we are waiting for the president to append his signature. That's not all. We need to implement it. So the implementation process is so.
Yeah, when you watch him, I so it's a cream that so go so a bedroom on Adom TV. Live on DSTV channel 280, Go TV channel 119, Multi TV. Digibox no so South Street screen live and so on Facebook. Search it for Adom TV. Adom TV. And Adom TV Extra on Facebook. And then come on a baby dino. Efobia hubi. Obia a wom. Bemo or bow. But the people pano a manu comodie. Medin de akwesi. In Siameka said with the winning you with me as such Adom TV on podcast. Na watch here at ABM. ABM binti untimi and Sheninina in Sia. Udonya bra. Co podcast as such for Adom TV. Previous productions, you know, one more bit to me, eti, and so, there be other, can so a podcast I search for Adom TV, Now, you never told you, say, Ghana, Marashibeja, apa say the long standing affirmative bill. I may say, dear, ye can't say, man, penny, nana, the damn cock for the establish na be ye emremu kesemua ewo o my Ghana. Achenti nipa bebrewure fi even near bill nankasa parliament apase HSM pere ni tabe hase amne bedane act no entele ejino de made efasodie be pa na wom edima emaye wo Ghana and Ghana in general. A former minister for gender, children and social protection and now founder Edema Henry Jabba Memorial Foundation. Mami Otiko Afisa Jabba. Okaramonyo Semiepa, a former national women organizer of the New Patriotic Party. The only one standing. Mama Cordia.
That's right. Adumu medase.
You watch it?
Say, unifi ya wahani sa oba.
Unifi ya wahani kwa sa oba, kwa sa oba hadem. Wasa biya koye?
Oh, nyami adom. Aye, koye.
As a former minister, what is this week Parliament pass the long-standing affirmative action bill? What fancy?
You answer na me just no me pese me chia mo ahwefo ene etiefo nyina ene Ghana men nyina especially ene mema ndije sronko ama me asre te say Sarah
okay
te say untimi nwo na at some old age na wabetimi awo since 1975 since you call Beijing since 31st December. It's over 35 years. Ayako about women's rights. And Mafa Hudi. Any how I be develop Ghana. Any tea a niges strong. It is a birthday. Nyamia ana when bibi we yare na ho atọ the way ho atọ no me ho atọ me abroso enije na abroso nti ya mon bo sa adwom no defe
defe
bo hye na nyame hye yen abem bo hye na ye nananom from independence about the freedom of all Ghanaians. Emaka hono afina yemade abem because ye omo akaya hye for too long.
You be call introduce this near share near Fasodia Emma Ebenya Osadis. But now what office? How difficult nana say Russia for ebe personal and tem to say any about be do be away.
Then ye easy. Tina me de documents yaba no.
Okay.
Yetimi organize review I set up technical committee. Enipa ye de buy no bodoso. Omo free parliament. Omo free Muslim Council, Christian Council, Queen Mothers Association, NGOs, different groups of people. Near do omunyina e buy. This was in 2016. Nti ye koye meeting kra e wo Royal Fiesta. Ye May ye meeting at that time. Ye din krofo nyina buy. And that time speaker no Honorable Michael Kwe Senior. Ni ebe kan ho asam. Eni nti problems no omo yiyi bae wo ho. Say Ghana ye potokasa patriarchy emema enedikan. Nti sa challenge of your cultural and traditional opinion say leadership emema de no. Emma ye beka echiri a challenge of the mindset attitudes na emema wo say oba ye leader enye ntino yenhwe how e be change the mindset. That was the biggest challenge. Then the other part was that emani bi apart from emema no mo feel say ye bibi to say quotas wo mo a na kire say ye bema ema no special treatment na bi no mo abre aba parliament na wo de ye say ye ma quota ye ma special treatment nti full and answer enye full nti and also was another challenge how to let them understand the say so who gap difference between men and women to say parliament there were 275 people a man no 40 pe gap no so nti who gap wo ye niema ebema gap no close nti was say the affirmative action eba na jump start process no so that e betimi close gap no kakra ansana yetimi akoyenim. So that was another challenge. The other one that really worried me yeba na Madam Oyeluta or their core cabinet, but a new government ubemwa e was also hwe na wo policies need the way I would no e wo mu ana nti yesan a review here. That's why the technical committee was set up. And yesan the core cabinet na ye free parliament for ye ni wo mu hia no mo feel say yes enema ni bia na ewo mu no na ye too hard omo na omo dwen sa o nti no omo feel say ebema ema no advantage to say we were talking about yema safe seats of NDC and MPP na ema no yemfa ho ma na manko enko contest so that manko akọ contest definitely oba be win but na mema no feel say wo ana unua be ma bi na ye MP o safe seat bi na se ye ka se ye gie no na ye ma oba akọ ho onti ase and that was another thing that was the biggest challenge. Mema no ntia mani bi kura say oba bi ni nua na ye MP ni nua na ye bema and ani kunu ye bema nti how say obeka say ono ni kunu no ntena ntia na ni nua because oba ye oba nti onti ase. So those were my main challenges na ye dwen ho of how to work it out. But upe adina mana ye year e was also share reality no on the ground. Nti reality no na e was say ye this anema no eka ho. So that you bet me a close gap in time. Because as we speak, you know, what say Ghana, because you cannot have a human resource of close to 52% of your population. Now what clip you on my wings to say you say Bolt, want to mean you with one leg. And on Ghana for a year. We are running on one leg and our bird are flying now what clipping a wing or better than or fly with just one wing.
under your regime mo ye hu adwuma wie na o se ye pass ya na.
Yes, but na sa niema make ho asemi challenges
Royal
make
Fiesta meeting no twetwen ba.
Aye. This is 2016.
Okay.
Bill na ye de call cabinet eno na ye review ye nsem na ewo mu no omo feel say nke wo say ye water ne down.
Okay.
But fortunately speaker honorable Michael Kwe senior no so ne ye adwen say watering it down oh yeah there it must bite. You cannot have a dog that just barks whoa so onka nti kronfo no ontimi enskata no eninti ye ntimi am pass bill no because they needed it watered down.
Okay.
So after the presentation to cabinet and to parliament no they decided to say it was say yes eco water it down. Okay. Fofia Antoata ena menso me free ho enti other ministers too came and then they also had to continue working on it. Uni me masem ye ka say affirmative action Ghana feel say e masem nti oh ye be nye na ye di agro ho eyi right to information bill na have pass it so I masem no people forget say oba bi na wo ye nyina
and because na man so ntro mutimi push ne ye
o na say ya we chire ye doso ye tawo mo echi pa parliament the omo no so but Ghana ma we are close to 52%.
Yeah.
I for so all the different people NGO for and I must say a big thank you to Emano Panies no Hilary Gbedema no mo Joanna Opari Mrs Rose Kutin yeah the say Auntie Hamida Omodosu Sheila Minka Prempe net right for coalitions different NGOs different traditional leaders yet TBB say he for she to support it. I launched it and sana me free ho to ensure say a member be champion affirmative action bill no. And there are so many people. Oh, Madam former First Lady Nana Kunedu. Okay. Ejuma why year with 31st December and you cannot take it away from her. Okay. These pioneers on why year who ejuma pa
the passage of this bill no.
And
dear ni him say a best after president finally assent his signature.
President no assent ni there was say about yes I ain't here. No assent no vote. Me cry me lead nka me kwa demonstration den. No assent no vote. Now why ya dey na bedru ha na wompa onya assent no na
dey na man you say
ontimi nka say onye
president all assent all assign
madwen nya me sa but ebinom omwadwen ye omosanti na me kan si so ono ye ne ambassador AU ambassador for gender and a UN no ye vice president for SDG goals no committee ono so oma 5 ono so na ye president e wo Ghana nimre so and ye timi Ghana since independence in see that say affirmative action na wo nyame adom wo na do dango Akufo-Addo say ya be I agree parliament a pass it salo women's manifesto it took 10 years ansana ebem enti we no
I hope so we will be in farm court ma enko clip him ampani so be sign it
or the back court ono onye oba bi na ewo no
because I hope so be in farm court
oh hoping ho na or the court say enso ebetimi akọ court no nye nipa ba akọ dia. It's the right of anybody who wishes to go. We'll counter it.
Because maybe any other bit me a clipping mampenia and more delay in signing. Send your LGBT the aquacoye. Send your people court the mampeni will expect say court bed.
Nkasa Bermano, Obehu baby obeda. Yes, because on our Saobano, we national tool for the development of Ghana. And yeah, Masamu. When you develop a woman, you develop the home, you develop the society, you develop the nation. Nti when you court asem, now the wrongs against women, the injustices, the mischief against women, Dawson since independence, bre to support different wakoshe, omo makola de wo support CPP ni Kwame Nkrumah. Ebesi ne, ejuma me here as a women's organizer ebi nti ema dia kotene ewo amanyosemu mu nti no e was say we should be part of the decision making
the way dey na be ye ensakrabe ne betimi de aba wo ma ye titi omo e ma e fi so munya equal opportunity in public and private sector positions.
When we say some, we know almost say a better progressive increment by 2030. Until I say it's watered down. No?
Okay.
So that by 2030, in the next 6 years, ye koka SDG asemana na ye timienya 50-50. In all the public and the private sector leadership roles and all of that.
And
so that is what we are is seeking, to right the wrongs against women. Now, we are integrating gender mainstreaming across every sector of whether it's political, religious, agricultural, social. Emma and womb, yakase Council of State. Emma say in the womb. Oko MMDCC, Emma say in the womb. Parliament ankasa ma say in the womb.
Sharing position no 50-50 no. Ye be ni say e be ye enhye de ama mampani bi obeba bia say o power aswafo a o say emu 50% eye ma na 50% eye mema na.
Omo anhye ne sa. Omo say progressive. Until I say it is watered down. No?
Okay, in
kakra. Other countries there to say Rwanda omo ye quota system. Omo share say bibia obeye no e was say emma eye percentage we to say Germany omo ka say 40%. In South Africa there are quite a lot of countries omo ayesa. Nti Ghana there no ye say enye kakra progressive. And also no how it will happen in 6 years. Near full integration of women. Near setting up a gender equality committee at the Ministry of Gender to monitor all these things. And then compliance certificates for omo comply organizations omo bomb homode yebema certificate. Now ensure say yebe equal representation. Political parties no omo so omo de. In some places by law, but Ghana no omo no voluntary. Say from the polling station to the national. Say Emma be woman. Usually, Emma to say me we a women's organizer. There's nothing wrong with being a women's organizer, now secretary, and now treasurer. Now, also bet me a chairman. Or bet me a chairman.
This is a shed that boss our position toward the ma Emma. Because I know say ye be say what person contested for national chairman, for general secretary, national organizer. Bet me Emma no echo. For example, Nancy, this is assembly elections are your call. Meaning say your clip say a member and mefa forms. But you really a master and a coffee.
And no generally make a challenge about your mindset. Say Ghana no, you feel say member ne was say omudik enim in Amanyo Sem. Obabe mu ani friend of Margaret Thatcher, Iron Lady, he, she. Your mouth names, we are so judgmental. Inti ena kasefin. Yebefreo ashawo all sorts of name calling e mama no omusro so omubebem omukunu no mukra me kai mama bia na yebo no with assembly na ne opponent ahomache or ya muslim or the speakers beto taxi so or say mahaji say or ya ashawo eno ye say tinikunu ka kire ne say on withdraw
emra we be sad na free
emra we enyi sad na free because and it doesn't tie na make no bite ni nim. But there's going to be massive education and sensitization about these things.
Ade about konsu yes ye started say ye empower ema wo mem no ache am yakoya nim ye pa na me hwe this year BCA trade.
Yeah.
Out of the 570,461 candidates call ya ema e trade be 386,447 against 282,648 on member. You empower Emma too much. Empower more enough.
Debbie, what's the girl child?
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, I don't know about house chores. Obeko sense you, obeko wood, obeno ediane. Nti oni adade obeko duru school na wada, wabre. Before you know it, yes, uncle worry. Nti sa niema no reduce the ability to study.
Okay.
But as we move forward, who's a basic problem in the work. Secondary says here we are at parity. And at the tertiary so ye kwa ko yenim. Nti parents awofo they must understand the girl child no or equal right to learn.
Okay.
Na so obesua de just say check house chores no. Nti ye nyina as fathers currently, ye ma ye man who say daddy nyesa oba ye mommy in the kitchen cooking rice water, daddy reading newspaper. Me dem kai paper ni bi enye yi. So that ye nyina na ye no aduane na esiesie fie no. Then the children see that men and women can do these things. Now ye nyina so ye bo ye homoden to change all those things.
Otiko Efisa Jaba, a former Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection. I want to say, okay, last one.
Some me person me can say there is gender responsive budgeting and so.
Okay.
And also a woman say I was say a buying budgets no. They must also be gender responsive. To say sanitary towels, you say yeah, the tax cut too. If you are gender responsive, no, it is what they etoso. It must be removed. Because it affects entirely. It affects women. It affects the girl child, the development. Now, obi nibia, and the other thing is that things like school feeding caterers. And also, largely, to change their lives and increase wealth. Reduce poverty. Until someone tia omuka and now 1 cedi 50 pesos ain't mean we aduane mo tia omuka year. Then that budget no, it is not being responsive. Until I was say abai na ni abre no yentia caterers ne ka in time and then at the end got 3 cedis and now 5 cedis. There is no food you can cook well for 1 cedi.
Me support a 5 Ghana cedis per child. Now
won't me support then I would me other things. Is it because a master in here?
Maybe I know them.
I know you're doing. Now, who bet me and where Diane with 1 cedi 50 pesos? Maybe so. And more rice and beans. Who bet me and one? And also, both for to cry saying
5 cedis. I know you're doing.
I know you're doing. And who got to watch here saying Coco cry saying, my
why minister pay you?
And I make actually we
government budget bet me a supportive 5 Ghana cedis
because the children are important to you. Okay. Who per se akoleni ni also did ye me who say accountant your friend is say auditor general. Yeah. What tro niema bebre say eduane nye. Na me da nyame asese obeka asa because ene kire say yentua omuka yi. Untimi ma obi 1 cedi 50 pesos and expect to say obenua jollof ene nam kosua kra yesen. Na wa ye eduane ne kama. We must be serious in this country about issues of women. Because when you do the right thing by women, you do the right thing by the nation. There is nowhere in this world to say, ubetimi enu eduane pa with 1 cedi 50 pesos. Now time no kura untua ni ye. Eduru so ubetua ne kanso na why go slow or say bibi de omotete omo sika no so na cooking days. Na omo sika no ye different. Yentua omo ka on time. All these things affect the development of women.
But see,
affirmative action or no?
Okay.
Yeni aje. Nti mummo what's your German friend say? Defe. Ai boshe na ye share ye. Da no.
And abodi
abai. Nyame ase. Nti mema obi amoa na emmemuye implementation.
Era seba Otiko Efisa Jaba and me dey akwesensia. People from Eba Betwas but in Cheho, Embrace here.